In the rugged hills of Montana Territory, back in 1892, folks said a real rancher never showed weakness not to the biting winters, the scorching summers, or even their own body breaking down. That's how Sarah Whitaker lived her life, tough as nails and twice as sharp. Orphaned young after her ma passed from fever and her pa from a bad fall off a horse, she'd taken over the family spread at just 18. She could mend a fence in a blizzard, break a wild Mustang before breakfast, and stare down a grizzly without blinking. But admitting she needed help? That was for city folks and quitters. One crisp spring morning, a sharp pain in her gut twisted like a knife, nearly dropping her to her knees while saddling up her gelding, Rusty. She'd ignored it for weeks, chalking it up to bad jerky or long hours. But today, it hit like a thunderclap. Gritting her teeth, she turned Rusty toward Willow Bend, the nearest town with a dock. She figured it'd be some grizzled old-timer with a flask in his pocket. Instead, she stepped into the office of Dr. Nathan Howell, mid-30s, built like he'd swung a hammer before picking up a stethoscope, with a clean-shaven jaw and eyes that pinned you in place. "Sit down, miss," he said, voice steady as a mountain stream. "What's troubling you?" Sarah froze, hand on her hat. The pain flared, but so did her pride. "Just a twinge. Ain't nothing." He gestured to the exam table. "Lie back and let me handle it. We'll sort this out." The words landed like a slap. No one handled Sarah Whitaker. She bolted out the door, cheeks burning hotter than a branding iron, vowing to never set foot there again. But small towns have a way of ignoring vows. Back at the ranch, old Hank, her pa's old partner who'd stuck around like family, eyed her as she unsaddled Rusty. "You look like death warmed over. What did the doc say?" "Didn't see him," she muttered, hanging her gear. Hank's brows shot up. "Rode all that way and chicken out? Your pa'd roll in his grave." It stung because it was true. Her pa had taught her to be tough but smart. That night, over beans and biscuits, Hank mentioned the new doc was stirring talk-educated back east, mysterious reasons for heading west, and handsome enough to turn widows' heads. Sarah waved it off, but the doc's words echoed. "Lie back and let me handle it." It rattled her, the idea of someone seeing her vulnerable. Days blurred into chores, the pain gnawing worse. She pushed through, checking fences, herding cattle, until one afternoon the world spun. She slid off Rusty, hitting the dirt hard, black spots dancing in her vision. When she came to, the sun had shifted. Stubborn as ever, she climbed back up and finished the day. Pride over pain, that was the Whitaker way. A week later, in town for supplies, she spotted Nathan outside the mercantile, reading mail. She ducked behind a barrel, heart pounding. Too late. "Afternoon, Miss Whitaker," he said, stepping close. "Feeling better?" "Fine as can be," she lied, hefting her flour sack. A wince betrayed her. His eyes narrowed. "Doors always open if you change your mind." She rode home fuming. Why did he unsettle her? He was polished, confident everything she wasn't, and way out of reach for a dusty ranch hand like her. Next came the cattle deal. Widow Clara Jenkins was selling her late husband's herd cheaply. Sarah needed it to build her stock. At Clara's boarding house, over tea, they shook on terms. But Clara mentioned the doc inquired too, seemed curious about other buyers. Sarah's gut clenched. Was he meddling? A rich Easterner like him could outbid her easily. Fuming, she stormed out and bumped straight into Nathan at the diner door. "Whoa there," he said, steadying her. "Folks'll think you're following me." "Following? I'd sooner eat my hat." He grinned, guiding her to a table. "Coffee on me. Let's talk." She bristled but sat. Over steaming mugs, he probed about the cattle. "Good investment," he said casually. To her, it was survival. She stood to leave, but he blocked her gently. "Sit. What's got you riled?" "Nothing." But his steady gaze pulled it out, fears of being seen as weak out of his league. "You're scared," he said, "of letting someone in." "Scared? I've faced wolves and floods. You don't scare me." "Then dinner tomorrow?" Hotel dining room. The invite floored her. "Why me? You could have any lady." "Because I like you." You're really strong, honest. Not chasing my wallet. She fled, heart racing. That night, dreams of his touch haunted her. Morning brought clarity. He must want something land, a fling. Hank confirmed Nathan was loaded, with a big spread nearby. Rich folks got motives, Hank warned. Sarah avoided him like the plague, hiding in alleys, changing routes. Until one day, outside the bank after securing her loan, he cornered her, playing hide and seek. Embarrassed, she mounted up. He invited dinner again. Why fight it? People's talk doesn't matter. Easy for you. They won't mock you. Let him. Your opinion's what counts. She rode off, his words trailing. I won't wait forever. The pain roared back, dropping her in the yard. Hank found Rusty loose, fetched Nathan. He burst in, scooping her up. Damn stubborn woman, this could have killed you. At his ranch house fancy, but homie dosed her with laudanum, probing gently. Appendicitis. Ignored, it's deadly. Feverish, she mumbled protests. He exploded. You think I'm after something? I just want you alive. He confessed his past, engaged back in Boston to a socialite who mocked his humble roots at a party. She called me a farm boy in fancy clothes. I fled west. Sarah's walls cracked. She was a fool. He kissed her then, soft and deep. It ignited something fierce. You're worth it, he whispered. She stayed the night, healing. Over breakfast, they talked futures. She admitted fearing vulnerability. I don't know how to let go. You don't have to. Just don't fight. Their courtship was a whirlwind. He moved to her ranch, fumbling with chores, hilariously milking wrong, roping himself. She laughed, teaching him. Fights came. Her working sick, him hauling her to bed. You married a doc, listen up. Kids followed. A boy, Jack, after her pa. Twins Lily and Rose. The ranch thrived, filled with chaos and joy. Nathan braided hair, read stories. Sarah taught roping. 10 years on, Sarah watched from the porch as Nathan showed Jack lasso tricks. Hank, grizzled but grinning, joined her. Regret taming the wild one. Never. Best thing was letting him in. Nathan jogged over, arm around her. Still think I'm trouble. Rancher. Terrifying in the best way. He swept her inside, laughter echoing. Their love, forged in fire, endured storms, proving vulnerability was strength. Under Montana stars, they'd built more than a ranch-style legacy of choosing each other day by day. What do you think? Did Sarah's pride frustrate you? Or was Nathan too pushy? Share your take in the comments, agree or disagree. Let's hear your views.